Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. In our last episode we declared a holy war down here against the Abadid Emirate? I don't think they're actually a sultanate, yeah. Or the Duchy of Algarve, just two counties down here, which actually is outside of the Kingdom of Portugal, but we'll continue our conquests around here anyway. Because why not? So let's unpause and continue our sieges. We should be able to get through a few more sieges here pretty quickly and get our victory. Ossory wants to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Leinster. Not too concerned about that. We do have a free spot for a commander. We'll appoint about our friend Torquil of Gwynedd. He's a lunatic, but we don't hold that against him. Kind of prefer to keep our sons alive, so keeping them out of battles is probably a good idea. Hopefully they'll start having lots and lots of children so that we have plenty of great characters to choose from for future heirs. No exceptional grandchildren yet. And Tyrconnell wants to fabricate a claim on Ulster. Okay. We have won another siege up to 68%. So unfortunately another castle down here, and a castle here as well, so this might take a little bit longer than we might have hoped. Let's see if we can fight the Abadid army here. They are in the mountains, so maybe it's not a great idea. Possibly we would be better off just sitting here and sieging. Yeah, we'll do it. Of course, we do have one of our sons as a commander here. Maybe we'll just appoint somebody else. So we cross a river as well as attacking into the mountains, but we should be okay. Leinster wants elective succession. And our Duke of the Isles has joined the Council Power faction, which is still not enough to make us do something about that, but is worth noting. Alright, it was only 5% war score. We did capture a mayor, so we'll try to ransom him. Looks like we've turned 50 incidentally and have grown a magnificent white beard, which I for one am excited about. Alright, we probably will just pursue the army. They're maybe headed over this way somewhere. Got our ransom from the mayor. Message about Form Alliance has been received from Kaiser Dieter of the Holy Roman Empire. So I guess the previous Kaiser has died. Reinhardt the Merry died in battle against an emir of the Aftasid Emirate. I wonder if that was somebody in this war? Maybe not. But yes, we'll accept a new alliance with the new Kaiser. He's defending against a revolt right now, but I doubt he'll actually need our help in that. Looks like it's just a single county. Sicily is having a bit of a revolt up there in France. The rise of the Hansa. Several German merchant guilds and trade cities along the shores of northern Europe have come together in Bremen to form the Hanseatic League with the blessing of Kaiser Dieter of the Holy Roman Empire. This loose confederation of free imperial cities is dedicated towards the continued prosperity of its members And the mutual defense of any merchant vessels flying its flag. Their eventual and unstated goal, of course, is to one day completely dominate all trade along the Baltic and North Sea. Okay. It's bound to ruffle some feathers. Not sure what the actual implications of that are. Is it just the formation of a merchant republic up here? Surely it's not this Prince Archbishop, because he's a Prince Archbishop and not a Grand Mayor or whatever. Guess we have Genoa. Visby is a very powerful merchant republic up here. Where are you? I guess I could search for it, but it doesn't really matter that much, I suppose. Let's turn our attention back to our war. So the Abadid army is down here heading to Seville. We can probably just attack them there instead. And we can. So we will. Looks like some of their allies are on the way in, but it's too little and too late. Oh, wow. The Abadids have called in the Basilius of the Byzantine Empire into our war. Why they are allied with him, I have no idea. I guess it's probably one of these random friendships. Okay, well, that could potentially be a problem. So they also have Africa and, of course, the Adavids on their side. So 30,000 troops potentially from the Byzantines could be coming over here. The Kaiser has 26,000, so fairly even fight. Hopefully they just fight each other and leave us alone. In fact, I think the most likely outcome, though, is that we win this battle and win a couple of sieges here and just win the war before any of that becomes relevant. Battle was only worth 2.6% though. We got a couple of prisoners. Our marshal is reinforcing troops very well. King of Sicily wants to betroth our daughter to our grandson. Not sure about that one. But I think this would give a defensive pact and potentially an alliance with them, so I think we'll probably allow this. I mean, they're different dynasties. How closely related could they be? We'll accept. This prisoner has finished his education in stewardship. Let's just try to ransom him. Nope. I'll just release him then. I guess I could look through my other prisoners and maybe release some of them, or ransom some of them before they turn 16, which is apparently the only time that I notice I have them. Pretty sure none of these are worth any war score in our current war, so you can just ransom them freely. And form alliance from King Adhemar of Sicily. Do we want to do this right now? We know he has this revolt going on. But surely he should have that well in hand, so we shouldn't have to do anything much there. Yeah, I'll accept. He should come into our war as well, which could be important. I don't see any large Byzantine armies. They are involved in another couple of wars right now, defending against Denmark on behalf of Pomerania, and defending against Cumania also on behalf of Pomerania. So if they were in those wars first, they could well have their army up here somewhere. I do see 500 up there. Oh, they have land up here as well. Alright, well, we'll just hope to end this war before any of them arrive. Up to 81%. We will start getting ticking war score, I think, once we have completed the last siege in here. And Lyon won their war for these two counties in Badajoz, which is good for them. Rishenda the Unchaste died a natural death. I think, was this... I thought she was maybe the wife of one of our previous rulers. Yeah. Or, in fact, our wife, maybe. Our ex-wife that we divorced? Is that what happened? Ooh, okay. Crusade for Jerusalem. His Holiness the Pope has been swayed by the cries for help from the Christian population in the Kingdom of Jerusalem. He urges all able-bodied men of Europe to take up arms against the evil Caliph Latif in order to secure Jerusalem from the clutches of the Mohammedan infidels. God will grant the pilgrims remissions of sins in heaven. Deus Vult. Well, we would definitely like to join this crusade. We do have some other problems to deal with, though. I think we will have to finish this war before we actually do anything. We can't just stay at war with the Byzantines. Let's see, how powerful are the Fatimids down here? 27,000, not a huge amount. We could raise a few more troops. We could potentially raise a holy order or two to help us out. We could probably afford to maintain almost indefinitely. Well, okay, first of all we'll raise any additional levies that we don't already have raised. It's actually not very much, that doesn't even seem like it's worth the trouble. So maybe we'll just disband them. Okay, we'll just offer to join the crusade immediately. And we'll raise some boats so that we can be ready to transport our armies as soon as they're done with the current war. I think this is enough. So unfortunately I think we're going to be kind of late, because we have to finish this. But on the plus side, we are a little bit closer than we would otherwise be if we had to transport all of our troops from up here. Hopefully this siege will be enough. Let's have you break off this siege, I think, and just head up here so that we can be ready to load people onto boats a bit sooner. Okay, we're only up to 90% after that siege. So, perhaps we should stay and try to siege something else, or we could leave. Alright, there's 33k here. I'm going to be there on the 18th, and he's going to get out in time. Could we catch him if we went from here? No. How about if we did this? We will catch him, okay. So I think we'll fight this battle. Will give us a few percent. Send you in for reinforcements as well. It probably won't get us to 100, but we should get 100 from the ticking war score before anyone can siege anything back. Okay, people are apparently voting for our son John, which I think tells me that our previous heir died? No, people are just voting for him. Alright, that's fine. He's an okay character. I wonder if we could nominate somebody better, though, maybe? I think our younger son is better. So we'll try him. Nope, people are voting for Gilroy again, okay. We won that battle, we're up to 95%. The remaining 5% we should get pretty quickly from ticking war score. I guess we'll just choose... Oh, never mind. John is being chosen. I guess I'd prefer to play as John rather than Gilroy here. So I guess we'll switch our vote to John for the time being. Just to make sure he stays in line. Let's get on the boats and head over to Jerusalem. So there's already a large-ish army from the Pope over here. We might have a problem here. If they can assault this back... Which it looks like they can't, so I think we'll get to 100% before they can siege down the top holding there. And reverse our ticking war score. Well, not reverse it, but stop it. Up to 98 already. Young Effie has finished her education in stewardship. She's attained a masterful level of knowledge. Good for her. Midas touched. She is showing tendencies to be more of a doer than a thinker. Yes, that would be a kind way to describe it. So we can try to teach her bravery, or we can make her dull. That doesn't seem good. We'll go for bravery, I suppose. Oh, she became dull anyway. That's unfortunate. So we're up to 98%. $99. Alright, there's a pretty large Fatimid army up here. I think we'll try to land next to the Pope so that we can reinforce, or he can reinforce us. Maybe we'll just land here? Do we want to try to provoke a battle as soon as possible? Well, we can't fit our whole army in this county, so I think we'll just land here where this tiny Templar army is. Okay, so we should tick over to 100% any second now. We can end this war, stop being at war with the Byzantines, which is a little bit scary. We are once again threatening. It's just up to 7%, so not a big deal there. So we still have two subholdings in here that are controlled by the Aduvids, if I recognize the emblem, but we gained the lower holding in this one, and we gained everything in this county. Let's find characters to give those to. And you get Pharaoh. And let's see, the duchy title we cannot usurp because the holder is at war, that's fine. We are just approaching our vassal limit, so we'd like to get the duchy title created at some point. In fact, we'd like to get an empire title created pretty soon, if at all possible, which it looks like we're still in with a chance of living long enough to create the custom empire title. We need 8,000, but of course we're going to have to, or we are going to have to, I think, because we're almost at the 180 realm size. But we can create some kingdom titles at will, which gives us 400 prestige each. So we'll see after this crusade if we're within striking distance of that. For now, though, let's put ourselves temporarily in charge of this army so that we get the Crusader traits. Same deal, I guess, for our son here. Make sure that he gets it. We don't care so much about our other vassals, but we'll make sure that they get it as well at some point. The Adavids have formed a defensive pact against us. Not too surprising, I suppose. They did that already. Oh, we've landed right on top of an army from the Bahri Emirate. We should be able to win, though we are at low morale here from the amphibious landing. We had a grandson who is ill. Unfortunately not a genius like his mother. And we should be picking up the Crusader trait at some point here. This is within the de jure Kingdom of Jerusalem. There we go. I finally stand before the destination of the crusade with sword in hand. I am ready to storm the walls of Ascalon. We gain prestige and piety. And we gain the trait Crusader. Which presumably also our son John has gotten at this point? No? He is in charge of this army, or part of it. Oh no, it's a different son. And he's gotten it. That's fine. That might actually make people more inclined to vote for him. We want to try switching our vote again. Especially if we make sure that some of our other dukes also pick up the trait, since there's a mutual opinion improvement. The Fatimid army up here is fighting an army from Genoa, but it's too far away for us to get there to help, so we'll just stay where we are and siege for the moment, I think. Surely they have more troops than this. They do have 30,000. They are helping out in this war as an ally, and also this one. So those are pretty distant, I think. We're over here. So they might be well out of position and potentially won't show up for a while, but I guess we'll find out. We'll keep an eye out. But we're just about out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.